Yeah.
It was Zinzao,
Yes.
check. Kalista Renata, check. But then it was Yorick Ari.
Yeah.
And it should have, Morgan should have played Yorick.
Yeah.
Oh, then they could have copied DRX perfectly.
So,
yeah, we should probably, in case people are like VOD watchers or something like that, miss the intro. The reason Bull is playing is because Hype is on loan from KT and cannot play against his original team that he still somewhat belongs to.
I mean, I think Bull is a strong challengers player and has had his moments here in the LCK for sure.
In their movements that they've recognized the win condition of KT by enclosing around BDD, recognizing that he is the one. As first grub will go over to Cuz as Croco moves in, but is unable to actually stop anything because look at this. Topside control is absolutely complete here for KT.
Not even really a question, unfortunately, for Morgan. He is 400 gold down from a natural lane lead and perfect bot steal caps. So it's hard for him to trade back. And
yeah, the 2v2 gets really, really rough.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where you see Cuz smites and you're like, well, I get one of them, right? Because like Croco basically solo chunked him out means that Bro are going to feel pretty good about starting up this dragon, put some sticks in it so that Cuz isn't too interested in looking for a 50-50.
Yeah, Polo going to be walking out of Banana Brush as now Cuz looking for the angle. Peter finds a quickness onto 2. Fate's call comes down though. They're going to see what they can do, but it's not going to work. That's first blood going over to Doctom as he pulls back the feathers and BDD just scatters them to the wind. That flash was brutal on top of 3 people. The charm lands though, and BDD maybe bit off a little more than he alone could chew. But thankfully, Doctom is able to do that.
This angle, flashes in. I mean, this is the kind of play you want to see from a Rakan who has mastery of the champion like Peter does. Mechanic Rooker in situation where we're like, those are almost words, but
no, it's a
words.
real word. It's like an old, like an elbow weapon thingy.
I think that's
on
what
Soul in Soul Calibur from Talim used them in Soul Calibur.
Oh, yeah.
Can't remember. I don't know whether they're exactly what she's using. Now Cuz is looking to go aggressive onto Polu. He will find the quickness, but Bull going to be able to flash away. Seismic Shove though pulls him back. That's good aim there from BDD. Their prize.
Because Bro are going to heavily commit to this Herald here. 4 members on the top side of the map. BDD on the flank though.
In a little bit of trouble. That is a great charm, point blank, and BDD should be going down. It will take them a while though, and he gets the shield as he completes the Seraphs at the time. That was ludicrous. He still dies, but man, that was pretty good transformation timing. So the Bros, they should be able to grab themselves the Rift Herald while KT exchange that for the outer turret in the mid lane. Kind of a moot point, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean,
taking the Rift Herald if this is what you're trading for.
Exactly. Like, I want to get the mid turret first. Oh, wait.
Make it 60. Malignance is done, though. So BDD and Close are both building towards the Leandries. It's Cuz! He finds 3 Bros! Thought they'd set up a trap, but who is trapping who? As they're all just in the grave. The Equalizer goes down onto a rock, so it's not necessarily where it wants to be, but Morgan, he is also not where he wants to be. The Ambessa will be taken down. Doctom is just getting everything that he wants right now. 4-0 and 3, 100% kill contribution on the Xayah. It's the Bros' worst nightmare right now.
It really is. I mean, they had a draft where everything that they're comfortable playing was on the table. They had a draft that could have controlled the early game, but it's they who are engaged upon by KT twice now. Peter finds the angle. It was Cuz first, but Peter follows up. He took a shot.
He did. And he took a teleport, and he had to watch himself go over there. As once again, Cuz is dodging stuff and knocking people into the air. Croco going to be on the worst end of that one. Great wall placement once again here for BDD, but they haven't killed anyone just yet. Croco does have a bailout, but unfortunately not going to get bailed out for this one. It was just a little bit too expensive, and the Bros are going to just back away. So only losing Croco. Won't have a smite on the map. No, nothing really here to smite outside of Artican spawning right now. KT, will they actually go for that one? That seems a little worrying.
I don't think they have the
Morgan's
damage.
topside with no teleport.
I guess without Morgan's teleport, yeah, I guess you probably can do this. It's going to take a little while, but if Morgan can't show up and they know he's there, then you also don't have to fight Smite. So I don't think this is punishable, actually. He does not get charmed there. He Cyclones a BD Weaver's Wall, and Closer at best case scenario has to flash. And at worst case scenario dies, and they still get the dragon either way. But I love Cuz's aggression, man. It's Cuz is feeling like, you know, that prime KT that almost made it to the finals but didn't because aiming Ezreal had a whoopsie.
This is quick blades on top. That means that this Xayah is going to really take over. There is the public execution though. Is perfect. Could be in some trouble. He doesn't have an arm guard or anything like that. He just looks to cook this wave. And so the Bros, they grab themselves a pick.
But they're going to lose their mid-inner, I think.
Red
Lose
Dogs
their top inner turret, though. So they still lost one. Morgan will eventually be able to put some damage into this turret TP, so he can kind of both do this and then show up for the fight. I just don't know if they can win the fight. Look at where Cuz is. He's like, you guys can't be near the Baron. There's a Wukong here, and I'm not going to allow it.
Well, he's seen at the moment, just dives on over. This is just dead.
And
Weaver's Wall is going to stop
no.
Croco from doing anything. He needs 2 flashes if he wants to get over that. So the Baron is secured, I would say.
Yeah, they...
See, they're stacking up the siege minions. And like even when becomes lightning can't hit it. You know, like there's nothing that they can do to stop these turrets from falling down. Look at this. It's still there, by the way. Same one.
Yep. And now there's going to be 2.
Oh, no. Well, there it is.
And at this point, KT is actually kind of concerning, but they're trying to wrap around.
But they need to stop the Mountain Soul because otherwise they just lose the game. BDD doesn't find the seismic shove, but he'll have that one back available again. Croco goes in. Morgan, public execution is on the table. There's a quickness though, across 3. He's so charming, is this Peter guy. As out goes Croco, Doctom going to follow him though. That's going to be his first kill. Bull trying to pop off in this fight, but Doctom is untouched, unfettered, and KT will just mow them down. It's a little bit bedged there for Dagon, but don't worry, my friend. This is a 3-game series, you know? We have to believe that. The Bros just getting through that first one, ripping that Band-Aid off as quickly as possible to make sure that they can get into game number 2.
I'm sure Dagon's got some serious optimism moving into game 2.
Oh, yeah.
Even though all the best champions here for these players, Bull got his Callista, now gone, I know he's got the Hopium angle, the Bropium.
He didn't pick his Draven because he knew he'd need that to win game number 2. You know what I'm saying? And then they're all lying on the floor. 7-0-5 now.
This series now, like for KT, is just a competition between Cuz and Peter who gets palm. Like they both have 100% KP. They've both been involved in every single skirmish.
Maybe this is the Peter angle. He's kind of locked out of it though as the seismic shove goes wide. BDD buying some time as there's the Cyclone and the quickness. Oh, the combo of Cuz and Peter is so beautiful to watch. As Perfect is just burning them alive. Bull not going to get bailed out of this one. And Polu just going to have to leave his AD carry. I think this is just going to be a clean ace here for KT. Bro, just thinking about getting towards game number 2. And the smite in the air. What the heck? LeBron Cuz? That was so sick.
He snaps his fingers and people die.
Yeah, that's exactly how that one goes. Kind of like Jet Li from that movie where he was the Monkey King.
This game, I really thought was going to be a lot more interesting than it was, but Peter and Cuz said just another day, just another KT win.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.